peaceful, calm. Is that what you imagine when you think of an island? Typically tropical and warm? Well, not all of them are. An island is any body of land surrounded by water on all sides. That's a description which leads to a range of islands with different variety, biomes, cultures, and sizes. So in this little series I'll occasionally update, I'm talking about interesting islands from around the world. You can't talk about islands without mentioning Greenland. At 836,000 square miles, it's the largest island in the world. If you placed it over the eastern US, it would reach from southern Canada down to Florida. Yet even with this, it still has less than 57,000 residents. You would need 8 Greenlands just to reach the population of Staten Island, the least populated borough in New York City. I think you know why for obvious reasons. But why does Greenland have glaciers that take up the entire island? Greenland's ice sheets are the last remnants of the once massive glaciers which covered Europe and North America during the last ice age. Ever since this glaciation began, Greenland has always remained under ice, even when the rest melted. The pressure from the ice has actually lowered the land so much that if it melted, the center of the island would be either a series of islands or just a flat plain. As with really anywhere cold, for its immense size, it's sparsely populated. The largest city and capital, Nuuk, has a little over 17,000 residents. That's a population lower than most state colleges. Greenland is included in the Danish realm, and while the Danish government has really no authority over the island, it's still an autonomous region within the realm, even though Greenland is actually 90% Inuit and only 10% ethnically Danish. While Greenland is huge and sparsely populated, it's not entirely special. The farther north you go, the more land there is, and the less people to share it. The Canadian Arctic archipelago takes up 550,000 square miles of land, almost double the land area of France. So, the entire population combining every single island in this chain, 14,000. Devon Island, included in the chain, is the largest uninhabited island in the world, over 21,000 square miles. Its length equals the width of Great Britain. And absolutely nobody resides there. Well, other than muskox and other things. Mostly muskox. Why does nobody live in these regions? It may have to do with the negative 58 degrees Fahrenheit in winter. Also, it's a polar desert. Baffin Island is the largest island in Canada, but has a population of 10,000. The city of Iqaluit contains half of the entire population of the archipelago, at 7,000 people. Most people traditionally do not live in rigid Arctic temperatures. Some even dream of living on a tropical island. In the 21st century, don't you worry, because that's entirely possible. The concept of artificial islands isn't entirely new. The ancient ruins of Nan Madol in modern-day Micronesia consisted of almost 100 artificial islands, connecting the previously inhabited capital city. The largest artificial island is Rene Lavasseur Island in Canada. Located in the center of a lake, this island consists of 780 square miles. While the land in this case is natural, the island process is not. Flooding around it created the island, reshaping the land using draining and flooding of dams. Reclamation lands are lands using ocean and lake beds. This usually involves filling the land with cement or rock and then proceeding to lay dirt and clay on top of that. In the 20th century, in the Dutch's ever-growing war against the sea, the Dutch began a series of reclamation projects called the Zolderzee Works. By using artificial dams, the Dutch were able to create new small islands for agriculture and protect against floods. The largest of these reclaimed lands is the wonderfully named Flevopolder. Unlike the other Dutch reclaimed lands, it's completely surrounded by water, making it an island. But if we're gonna talk about extravagant uses of money, we need to talk about Qatar, and the artificial island of Pearl Qatar. Costing an estimated $15 billion US, the island is built next to a major pearl diving site in the nation, constructed to even look like a string of pearls. 5-star hotels, countless restaurants, towers, car showrooms, you get the point. It's expected to have 45,000 residents in the next 2 years, and will be the first area in Qatar that allows foreigners to buy land. Speaking of Middle East wealth, Dubai has overdone itself with artificial islands. An artificial island houses the hotel of Burj Al Arab, which has been described as the world's only 7-star hotel. Take that as you will. Not even including the numerous islands that make up the Palm Island. The completed island is shaped like a palm tree, which is a concept taken even farther by another Dubai artificial island, the World. The World consists of many islands shaped like, well, you know. Each island's size ranges between 150,000 to 450,000 square feet, with a total width of 5.6 miles and a height of 3.7 miles. This set of islands costed 14 billion US dollars to create. Now, it doesn't exactly look like a globe and isn't even close to being fully developed, but it's an interesting achievement of mankind nonetheless. So, that really only covered a fraction of islands. And I mean a fraction. And this was only a taste of interesting islands I wanted to talk about. So which island should I cover next? Which type of island should I cover? This is Cody of Geography Hub.